Here is a date to put in your calendar, the 21st of December, 5:30 UK time. 5 amazing YouTube repair channels will be uniting together for charity. All donations will go to an incredible charity, the Rocking R, who provide gaming carts to sick children in hospital. We have lots of fun things planned to get you in the Christmas spirit, and there will be some giveaways as well. PCDD will be our host for the evening, reading your comments in chat, keeping an eye on what we're doing and giving you some more information about the great charity. Andy from Swindon Electronic Repairs will be in hot seat number 1, working on our Christmas project and answering any of your projector repair questions. Russ from Russie Russ Repairs will be in hot seat number 2, flexing his guns and celebrating his birthday. MK Fix will be in hot seat number 3, giving his controllers a tug and making sure the stream is not family friendly. And finally myself, JFix, will be in the last seat, trying to avoid awkward questions. We hope to see everybody there, and a Merry Christmas.
Good morning all. Good morning. So, since we've got a few in chat this morning, I'm going to surprise everyone so nobody can take a jump for the Blue Mat record. So it's going to be the first one, so you all need to get ready. I will be going live very shortly with the face cam. So the rule now is, the first chat message I see pop up once I've clicked face cam. Wow, I caught people out there. So let's see who's going to be first. Let's see who's going to be first. I'm staring at my chat. Let's see. Oh, we've got... Gentlemen. We have a winner. We have a winner. We have a winner. Morning all. Morning. Hope everyone's doing super diddly fine. Super duper diddly fine. Oh dear me. Oh dear. We had some early rises this morning. We had Rebel in very early doors once I scheduled the stream. Morning Rebel. He was actually in before me, so that was a little bit like that. We had then Hector Rita, good morning, and then we've got Carthor, and let's see who else we've got popping in. Mookie, morning, Mookie. So we've got a few more people probably lurking in the background. I know people may have it on in the car driving like this and just listening to the audio. So good morning if you are just lurking or listening, and good morning to the ones which have said hello. Bit of a weird morning this morning. I was up early this morning. I'm just going to turn my computer on. Discord is going alive. It's alive. Put it on 50% and it's Discord's popping up and I ain't got a clock to turn it off. Don't know anything about it. Oh my god, my first Windows did not start the live. Just reseated the timer. Weird. All right. Bizarre. It's Friday. That's what it is. Is it 13th today? Friday the 12th. So yeah, it's just all out of sync a little bit, isn't it? That's what it is. Anybody superstitious? Friday the 13th. Don't walk under ladders. Don't cross in front of black cats. Don't cross on the stairs. All that stuff. I'm not superstitious myself, but it's Friday 12th, so we're okay. I thought this morning we'd just have 10 minutes, just let everyone. It's a bit earlier than normal. I normally kick off around about 9:30, something like that, 9:30. And I thought if I come on at about 9:05, people will still be eating the toast and breakfast, stroking cat, reading newspaper. You know what it's like, or maybe just going back from school. Morning, Ricky. Don't know if you're new on here, but good morning. Nice to have you join us. Don't recognise the name, but I've got a terrible memory, as if you stick around, as you will gather. Can't remember a thing. Morning, Ricky. Don't recognise that name. Have you been here before? What a terrible memory. You might have been. But if you stick around, you'll realise that. Come on, you all know what's coming next, don't you? You all know what's coming next. Oh, we've got a new chat. We've got Ricky in chat. Morning, Ricky. Don't know if you've been here before. There we go. I won't do that again. It gets a bit boring after a while. So, guys, this morning we have, or today, it is just going to be a morning stream. I have a couple of people coming in this afternoon to see me. One lady for some software transferring off CD, so she will be sat with me in the office. So I obviously can't stream that. Plan is morning, James. Are you on training again, James? Are you down training, or are you just chilling today? Yeah. So this morning we have a little bit different to yesterday's. I have got a gaming PC, what they want rehoused in a brand new case, and a brand new graphics card fitting to it. So there will be a speak of the devil, and they are just texting me now to say when can I come round. I'm about after about between there we go. Right, that one's a point of this afternoon. A day off, James. Day off. Wow, that's good. Not bad Friday actually being a day off. Yeah, so I'm going back to that. We've got a gaming system which is a full strip down, and it's going to be this one here, which is really quite heavy in fairness, with a nice white painted perspex front, which is really sticky because I think the paint's reacted with the perspex. And there's a brand new all white case and a new graphics card. Don't know what graphics card it is because I've not even opened the packaging for that. So we're going to do that this morning. We've got a couple of other bits and bobs, got some collections this morning as well. So people will be sticking their head through the door, and I will be handing them the parts. So there might be a few bits and bobs. Productive day yesterday. Got I think four on stream we got done yesterday morning. I spent some more time on the retro morning worms. Let me just try. Oh, sorry, gents. Straight away this morning. Just 1 second. PC repairs. How can I help? Hello. I can, yes. It is a house. I work. Yeah, home office. I do. I can't see you at the moment, so you might not be outside the right house. Oh, okay. All right, no worries. I'll see you when you arrive then. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye. Sorry, chap. That's just somebody. Not an appointment. They're just deciding to. Oh, I can see them driving now on the CCTV, so I will have to. He's still come to the wrong house. Oh, now he's driving down. Here we go. Go. Right, so yeah, I wasn't expecting this one. So this isn't 9:30. I know. I thought I would keep you company on school run this morning, Andy. Happy birthday to Andy and Russ. Happy birthday to Andy and Russ. Happy birthday, dear Swindon. No. Yes, Swindon Electronic Repairs and Rusty Rush Repairs. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip, hooray! So let me grab the door, gents. I'll be 2 ticks. I'm just going to put you on pause just for customer privacy, but I will be back. Sorry about that, chap. Just an impromptu one. That one he has got. He thinks it's a charger problem. It could be his DC port, could be his battery, just not powering and taking charge. So it sounds more like a no power one. But we will have a look at that. Have a look at that. Sorry, where was I? Morning Worms. I think I did that one, didn't I, Andy? It isn't 9:30. Yeah, we did that one. We can hear Discord notifications. Oh, can you? Let's turn that one off then. There you go. Discord notification should have disappeared now. Sorry, Carthel, but thank you very much for letting me know on that. I've got desktop audio on. For some reason, Discord just beeps up all the time. And I don't know how to say it. Had to add RRI. Is it actually your birthday today, Andy? Is it actually your birthday? You're 23. You'll be in the spring chicken. Anyone here on Windows 11 24H2? Got one laptop and that won't take December updates. They start configuring after reboot, but stuck on 7171 instead of 7462. There was an issue with some of them, weren't there? And it was to do with one of the security. I remember reading it, and it won't take some of the later updates. It was a security. It might come back to me. It was on one of the Windows Insider forums. I read it, and they've done something to one of the whatchamacallits. Okay. Happy birthday, Andy. How many bumps today? And Hector Reader, happy birthday again to Andy. Miss your car radio stream, your live car radio stream. Is that somebody else? I think that's somebody else just reversing into my drive. I have no idea. Oh, I do know who this is. I do know who this is. This is the gentleman picking this subwoofer up. So this is just a collection, this. So I will be as quick as I possibly can with this one. Anybody was on the stream, I think Saturday, when I did it, it was a great big Logitech subwoofer, which had got so much damage inside where somebody else had been doing it. So yes, guys, I will just pop you on pause once more, and well, not on pause, just on mute, and you'll just have to have a look.
PCDD, you little shit.
Right, sorry about that, guys. Right, that is the last until this afternoon, I think. Oh, I've got somebody coming at 10:30 to pick up. So, guys, I will get to this. We're not even at 9:30 yet, so we're okay. We're okay. Can have a second birthday, just like old Queen or the King. I think King has 2 birthdays as well. We've got the new King being Andy. Morning, Pictico and Yorkshire Dave. Morning, Dave. Morning, Dave. Morning, Dave. And I think that's it. I think that's it today. So we will have another slurp of J Fix's juice to keep me awake, and we'll make a start on. It's cold. We'll make a start on disassembling this big beast of a boy. Gosh, that's heavy. Gosh, that is heavy. Big and heavy. So we're going to... Ooh, it's got a screw missing. That's all well and good. We're going to disassemble this and then rebuild it in another case and see how we get on. So this is going to be somebody's Christmas present and what they dropped off. New case has got fans and whatnot in. Let the dog in, say hello. The new case has got fans and whatnot in, so it is just a case of getting this stripped down, getting this done, and whatnot. You come and say hello. Up, come up. Say hello. Say good morning. Good morning. Yeah. No, I ain't got any treats. No treats. I know you come and say good morning. You say it's up there. I know you know it's up there. I think you had the last one yesterday. Yeah, the last one yesterday. Right, go on then. Go lay down. Go lay down. So, let me put that onto there. And should we do this view? This view might be a bit easier for the wide angle. So we're going to, I know we haven't got a face cam, but I can't really do much about it on this one here. So we're going to basically take, why didn't you buy a new cooler? It's just got a stock cooler. But it is white, I suppose, and they are going for a white theme with a white case. I would imagine the new graphics card is white as well. So we're going to strip everything out of here, put all this to one side, rebuild it in the case, and there's no installation of Windows, it's just hardware transplant. Just a hardware transplant. So we will crack on with this morning. So Friday. Oh, morning, Nick. If you happen to be in chat. I know you're a bit of a lurker. I'll just say good morning, Nick. Good morning, Nick. Thank you for the WhatsApp this morning. Made me smile and cheered me up. Oh, thank you very much for that, Nick. Okie dokie. We will see where we go with this. Yesterday, long day yesterday, 5-hour stream, well, 5.5 hour stream. It was only supposed to be a morning stream, but today is definitely going to be a morning stream because, like I say, I have people coming this afternoon. So it definitely is only going to be probably until 12 at the latest, but we'll see how things pan out. It might be 11:30 if we get to the natural end of a job or something similar to that. Not too sure. Not too sure. And we'll see if we can get this done. It is a bit of a cold, chilly and wet day today outside. There's no, whoever's done this in the past, they've broken off the little release tab. Wonderful. They're good like that, people, aren't they? Let's break that release tab off. They've snapped it. Oh, this card is a 3050. Not sure what that is. Presume it's a 3050. Eagle 8GB. Not a horrendous card. I mean, entry level, but at least it's a 30 series on that, isn't it? -17. Wow, -17. Even Penguins would be huddling for a warm on that. It's crazy. Crazy. Not into gigabyte cards. Too many. Seems to crack. Yeah, I mean, this is only a baby. This one. It's only a smallish one. And there's no weight in it, as we know from lower end cards. I mean, I would say most of weight is heatsink, but there's just not a lot of thermal mass on this anyway. But it gives you a picture, doesn't it? Gives you a picture. Yeah, -17. Wow, that's definitely a bit chilly. Definitely a little bit chilly. I'm gonna leave it on. Maybe that view there, that might give us a little bit. Wrong. I love the slow pan. And put that one back on moi. So at least you've got something good to look at this morning. Yeah, I think with rain what we've had, it's helped, and obviously cloudy skies help as well, because it doesn't let the heat escape from the atmosphere or stratosphere, whatever, into the stratosphere from the atmosphere. I think they're the right words. Please, I wouldn't say please correct me if I'm wrong, but you'll correct me. Don't need to ask for that. It's a tiny board. This is this ITX board. Miniature. It's really tiny. Has anybody else got a small one? Crazy. And I can't get to the... Just bad design, that. Bad design. Look up, I'll show you what they've done here. They've really not thought this through. So we've got the RAM sticks here.
Yeah, got a little tiny one.
The trouble is there's a metal clip on the, you know, the SATA metal clips to release the SATA thing. It's right next to the RAM thing. And you can't get to it because of that. So we're going to have to use a tool. Get an insertion tool. I've got a real small one. Oh, are my commands working? I didn't hear it come up. I put it on pause when that customer came in because I know what some of you gents are like. You like catching me out, don't you? You like catching me out saying I've got a small one when a customer stood with me. So I don't know whether my commands are working. If not, try exclamation command. Oh, Falcon's not in, is he? I hope Falcon's not in. We'll know if Falcon's in. We will know if Falcon's in because we'll get the trademark deafening Carthor trademark one. Oh. One day you will forget to pause them. You mean I'll forget to mute myself when I'm talking to customers? Is that what it is?
Falcon's here, everybody. Thank you, Ralph. Very grand.
Morning, Falcon. I think we do need a bit. We need a bit of a warning for Falcon when he does that. It's his signature trademark now to come into chat and wake Carthor up, really, more than anything else. All right, so it's just somebody confirming that they will be here at between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. That is underneath, so we're going to just probably take the board out next because I don't think. Ugh. I suspect this has been a home build, and that is because you'll see why that's been a home build when I start doing it. Let's put a bit more illumination on the nation. I've just ordered a new, oh my gosh.
And when the doctor said I didn't have worms anymore, that was the happiest day of my life.
Thank you, Ralph. Very grand.
Oh dear, we've got worms in as well. We've got worms, he's got his own as well. I do need to set some more up for some of the other regulars on here. So guys, I don't know if you can see, you can tell this is a home build. Can you see that screw down there? Let me see if we can do it on here. Obviously that should be flush to the board.
PCDD, you little shit.
Juice, my morning juice. We've got Welsh Andy. There we go, Welsh Andy. Oh, I started something with that. Sorry guys, I'm just saying, You can tell it's a home build. They screwed that. I'm trying to do it on camera. He screwed that one in so tight. It's actually not gone into it because it's wrong thread, and he's pulled the brass thing out at the bottom. And that one's not even in at all. Well, it is, but it's wrong thread. He's put wrong thread of screws in them to do that. I'm surmising it's a home build, but trust me, anybody working in IT, I've seen this done by computer shops as well, or so-called computer professional people who advertise. Is Andy from Wales or Sweden? I think he's Swedish, but he resides now in Wales, and he tries to pretend he lives in England. But we all know the truth. There's no getting around it. He's got the beautiful flowing blonde locks, which you get from it's synonymous with it in Sweden, like ABBA and people like that. They were all kind of light, fair-haired, so there could be some truth in it. We've got international Sweden electronic repairs, and Ethel, who brought that kettle the other day for him to repair, she came all the way from Swansea as well, all the way over to Stockholm in Sweden. We're getting all the messes in, aren't we? So you unboxed your soldering iron yesterday. What tips do you normally use? Oh, that was a nice tip. That £25. Yeah, and it's from Quick Co or somebody like that. I can't remember now. Something similar to that. I also may or may not have played Fortnite Squad. It's back playing, it seems. My PC still having issues going to buy a moisture bag. Have you got to that age? Is that the big birthday where you've got to go out and buy yourself a moisture bag? Is that like a tenner lady for a man? Is that what you're trying to say? Comes to us all. I've been there years. I can't even get these out. These are all unscrewing the. These are going to have to be motherboard out and then pliers to remove these things. Well, we've actually, thinking about it, I have a sound effect if Andy's going to buy a moisture bag.
Urinal fresh.
Is that the type you're thinking of buying, Andy?
Urinal fresh.
Or you mean a moisture bag for? Oh, you mean a moisture bag for your computer? Ah, waiting for something to clear Mookie. Yeah. When's Cyber Monday? Have I missed that? I keep getting an advert from AliExpress. And apparently I've had 22 items delivered off AliExpress yesterday. They didn't turn up. So that'll be fun, won't it? Trying to say you didn't turn up. They'll point you away at courier and then you'll go at courier and they'll go, we don't deal with you because you're not the person who booked us. And then you go back to them and they'll go, no, you need to deal with courier. And then courier will go, well, you can't have a refund because it was bought from outside the UK and we don't warrant it from outside the UK. I went through all this once before with them. That's a tiny, tiny board. If anyone's interested, I'll tell you what board it is in a second. It is a... Can't see model number at board. Why don't they put it in? Oh, there we go. I presume that's it there. That's model number. Presume that might be. I don't know. We'll check his battery anyway. We'll give it a brush down and a bit of a clean down as well, so at least it looks. Ooh, like USB ports in better days as well, isn't it? Get that. A little bit bent and a little bit skew with, but yeah, it's still got the ground pegs in because the wrong screw. So we'll disassemble that, change his thermal compound, and do that. And we've got I can't even pronounce that name. Yong Hexin Hennies RAM in this model. So all good. We'll get that to one side. So next job is the what's it called? SSD and power supply. 2 screws in the Kingston power in the Kingston thing. 480 gigabyte. I quite like Kingston. I used to fit them an awful lot. And then I swapped to Crucial drives, mainly because of cost. But never had a Kingston fail, and I've only had one Crucial drive fail. And I know they come under a little bit of grief being the product line that they are, but yeah, never had one fail. Cyber Monday. Oh, have I missed it, Juice? Cyber Monday. Oh no, Mookie, it's gone as well. Yeah, Ali seemed. I think it says something like 7th to 16th or something on advert I keep getting from AliExpress on the affiliate thing. Whether that's something different, I really don't know. I use BC1. Jetwash BC. I don't know what that is. Crucial. Yeah, I still use them. Only reason I'm not using them at the moment, the SSDs have more than tripled in price from my supplier. So I've just swapped to a different brand because I just begrudge doing that, and you just can't pass the cost on. And it's all about keeping costs low, isn't it? When you work for yourself. Is this the tips? Got to go and deliver a few repairs. We'll catch you all later. Okay, Falcon, take it steady. We'll catch you later. Worms have my special commands. Oh no! Oh no! You know what that means, don't you? If Worms has got the special commands, we're going to get a few things coming through, and it's going to be
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh no.
we're going to get oh no when that happens. But we will give it a shot. Let's get this flipped over and take out the other panel. Get back to that view there. Get this side panel off. Yeah, that's the one MX 500 I think I've got on that juiced. Mookie's now deaf. Just wait until Juice starts it all. Let's go back to that one. See if we've got a better view. Oh, we've got a little controller board there as well. We'll unplug some of these. Certainly not JFix out. Oh, we've got another hard drive there as well. We've got a mechanical drive. That explains why there's only a 480 SSD. And how much you betting that 480 SSD is filled within a speck of its life, and the mechanical hard drive's got nothing on, because when you put games on an SSD, you obviously get better FPS. I've had that conversation so many times with gamers when they come and say, can you put me an SSD in because my FPS isn't enough? It won't make any difference in the grand scheme of things. Try turning your detail level down a bit if you want a higher number. It's all about gameplay. It's not about a number on screen. Turn your thing down if you want higher FPS, or enjoy the game as it is. Just enjoy. Don't focus on stuff which is insignificant to some degree. So we have got a really nice, I like Corsair power supplies. What's the go-to mate for you guys? I like Corsair. I mean, this one's the, because it's the white variant, it's RGB as well. That means it must have a bright, flashy fan. To do that, we'll get that to one side. And now we've dissected the PC, and it's a modular supply also. We will now get, not going to touch that, so we'll get the, I normally do this on the other desk, which is a little bit bigger. I cannot see where his drives screw in. I'll put a screw back in there just to stop that flapping about. EVGA. Joking apart, I don't know if you're serious on that, Andy. I used to fit EVGA power supplies quite often for budget range. That were another one. If you could get them, they were really affordable. And that were another one. Never had them Never had one fail. I did have concerns about the overcurrent and overvoltage protection what they had on some of the models. Some of the models were excellent on it. If you read the reviews, yeah, but some maybe a little bit questionable on that. But yeah, EVGA used to be really affordable. I do like Corsair because they come with either an 8 or 10-year warranty, depending on which one you buy. And I have had customers who I always urge them to obviously register their products. And I had one, and it was about 7-year-old. He contacted Corsair. He provided the original receipt, and they sent him a brand new PSU out. Obviously, a later model of one. So it was a good thing. No quibble, no question. Just did it. So yeah, really impressed with that. I see actually why they've put this perspex on. And you're probably not going to be able to see this from camera, but on here there's an LED strip running down the side what they've cut into the perspex, and then it's laser etched onto the surface here. It looks like I would imagine it's probably out of Call of Duty or something like that. You've got some type of, I don't know, army man with grenades and guns and armour on there. So I would imagine that probably illuminates when we... Where's my phone? See if I can light it up from the back. Let's see if we can just see if that is something which we think it is. No, you can't see it really. Look at this, silhouetted. No, you might just do it with... yeah, probably can't see it coming through. Get back onto normal illumination. Get scared at dark. Ooh, scary stuff. Nowhere to put my phone. Yeah, that looks like they've probably done it themselves. And that laser etching looks, because there's some, the gamers might know, Vino Scope. Is that something from a game? Not too sure. I'm not a gamer myself. Not too sure. But yeah, so we'll pop that to... Oh, phew. We'll pop that to one side. We will just get my little vacuum cleaner out. I'm just going to turn this on 1 second, guys. Oh! Do you know what we have forgot? I got distracted with them people coming. I've just remembered. Sorry, gents. We have that one and I'm robbing the people of what they want, really, which is this. Oh my gosh, how did we forget this morning? Probably quite easily. I've got somebody else just turning up now. What time is it? 9:47. Are they coming here? They look to be coming here. So 2 ticks, guys. I'll just put you back onto that view there. As we can see, we have somebody here. 1 second. Need to...
PCDD, you little shit. Yeah, got a little
Sorry about that, guys. I am now back. Okay. That was, anybody who joined in the other day, that was the laptop with the fault on the headphone and diagnostic button one, the little Lenovo one. The customer just said, don't bother doing it. He's had his new hard drive, Windows 11, and so yeah, just come to pick it up. So it wasn't due until 10:30. So now I don't have any more interruptions. We are good to go. So what I'm going to do is just pop and get the white case, and then we'll unpack the white case, and we will. Actually, we'll do this first. We'll do this first, rather than me disappearing off. And everybody. I need a bigger desk. Sorry, we were doing Carthor, weren't we? We need to fill in today's advent calendar, don't we? So we've got the 12th today. So there was a few people in chat this morning beforehand. I think Rebel was first in, but I hadn't gone live. Morning, Aussie. And sorry, morning if I missed anybody whilst I was talking to the customer. Morning, Sean. Yeah, Sean. So we've got the 12th today. And today, after I went live and Facecam came live, that was the important thing, because obviously I'm playing the creators video. So after the Facecam came live, which is the thing, it was Carthor this morning. So that kind of puts a different slant on it. That opens it up now. Because we've got MK on 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got Andy on 1, 2, 3, 3. So we've got MK just in the lead, but we've got Carthor on 1, 2, 3 also. So he's tying in second place with Andy. We've then got Rusty Russ Repairs and Chill and Relax picking up the also rans. So we have still a battle for the title. It's only the 12th. Plenty more to play for. Don't give up hope. Keep on trying. That's all I'll say. It's worth going for. So we've got Carthor. Well done. Bit of a round of applause there for Carthor. Well done, well done, well done. We will get this back on where we need to look at, which is that one there, and then we'll put that back there. So we have this tiny little ITX board. I think it's an ITX board here. So we'll get this done. Damn, it's close. Always, you were a bit close this morning, Mookie. You were a little bit closer, but for whatever reason, I did say when I first came live that it would be that, and then I said it's when my face cam come, and I turned it on rather than finishing the sentence to try and catch a few people out just to see if they were ready. But you know, one day somebody will get him before one of the others. So keep trying. Keep trying. Don't trap your finger in there. Not good. So we'll take this off. Clear his CPU paste. Put on a bit more on. Because I would imagine, again, with this being a home build, I would imagine that he's probably done this himself. So we'll give this a nice sprightly clean and recompound, which should give him another. We'll have a look what CPU it is as well. I'm imagining it's don't know why, I just feel it's an Intel because it looks like an Intel cooler. God, that's still a bit tight, is that? Nearly there. Oh, ooh, yeah. Now that's typical, isn't it? So, that's interesting. Look at the shape of the cooler. So we've got one central point, and look at the shape of the heatsink compound. Just shows you these cheap heat sinks don't really do the job very well, do they? So we'll get a cleaning cloth and we'll just give that a quick wipe over. So plenty of thermal compound down the sides really, rather than in the base. So we'll give that a tinkle and a clean. And we'll have a look what chip that is. That is a i5 3470, so 3rd gen i5. So yeah, it's in a little bit of action, this PC, hasn't it? we'll get his thermal compound cleaned off best we can off here as well. And by the time it's in the new case and a new graphics card, I wonder what card he's got, because if he's upgraded from a 3050, and let's say he's moved up to a 70 or an 80 series, I don't know, that's probably not an 80 with size of box, but maybe a 70 series, his bottleneck's probably going to be the CPU, isn't it? Certainly in games. Not sure whether we'll notice a massive difference depending on the game. And test this battery with my portable meter and see where we are with this. Not a popular one this morning, this stream. We've got 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 people. And that looks like a flat battery. Let's find a better ground than that. No, 3.2. I'll turn it onto the CPU one. It didn't have a ground on it. So hey ho, hey ho, hey ho. Right, let's see what we've got going on here. That button. I'm going to give this a quick blow off. We'll give his cooler a quick blow as well. Take those. Yeah, you can't strip this down unless we start taking all these off. I'm not going to do that because of them silly washer things. So we'll just give that a blow off with my air blower. My trusty air blower. So I'm just going to stick my head out of the front door and just give these a quick blow, gents, just so it doesn't deafen you in here and I get caught with stuff. 14 years old, I know. Crazy, ain't it, Mookie? Absolute crazy. So I'm just going to leave the microphone there, just 2 ticks whilst I. We don't want the office filling full of dust. Do you know what I suspect this might be? I suspect this may be a case of they bought a computer from Facebook Marketplace, which is a normal thing, where people buy them at Christmas time for the children, and it'll be refurbed e-waste. I tend to see a lot, and anybody in this business will probably see a lot as well with that, where they buy it off Facebook because it looks nice and shiny with lots of lights and whatnot, and there's just some unscrupulous sellers out there, and you can usually tell because it is really, really old stuff what they've got, and then obviously it doesn't offer performance what they were hoping, so then they get an upgrade or want an upgrade or there's issues with it, so it's not always good, but what can you do? It's a tricky one to really comprehend. So we'll get the new case. We will fit the power supply because it looks like it's had some upgraded bits. Obviously, if it was one of them, it's obviously had an upgraded power supply, because I doubt whether they'd have provided that white one on there. So we will grab the case. Looks to be a nice case actually. We can have a look at what power supply, what graphics card we've got as well with it. Oh god, that's a bit heavy. Are you come to see us again, maybe? No. Right, we've got that, so we'll open that together. Well, let's have a look what the graphics card is. I will just get the case out also, so we start talking big boxes when we do this, and we can't always get it out easily. It's a SIT case, CIT. I've built in they do a plain black one of these, and I really like building it. It's an acoustic insulated one as well, and they're about 50 quid, 40 some pound, 45 pound to 50 pounds. So what's that? €55 or about $70, probably a bit cheaper. But they build really, really well. They've got insulated internal side panels on, and they're just a really nice build. No RGB or anything like that, because I'm not a lover of that. So I build in that quite often. It's just a reliable case. Andy has a huge mat. There is a rumour. There is a rumour. And I've also seen some supporting evidence and pictures, but we won't go into that. Damn close. Always. Oh, sorry, I've missed that one. The CPU is 14-year-old. Belongs retro PC. That's what it is. They're obviously, yeah. I've got newer CPUs which are used for testing. I've got quite a collection of CPUs, as you do. You've trapped yourself in here now, haven't you? Because you've gone. Dog's trapped herself in there. Yeah, my collection of CPUs are probably. Get out. I have. Let's have a look what I've got. I don't know what collection I've got. I've got several. We have got a Ryzen. We have another Ryzen. A couple of Ryzens there. We've got another Ryzen. We've got. That's what happens when you leave them to breed. Morning, Zola. It might be a 38. Well, we'll open that in a minute. Might be a little bit small box for a 3080. Right, Intel stuff. We have a crikey Pentium G2030. These are old ones. Got a that is pretty darn old, that one. It's an i3-538. If anyone knows the socket of that. Got some old AMDs as well. We've got a 6400. Got another two in that generation. We have, I don't know what my oldest one is. We've got an A10 6700. Oh, I've just found one of these. Don't know what that is. That's an old. It's like a laptop one, isn't it? Without any IHS on it. So we got one of those. Got another AMD. Where am I really? I've got some. Oh, there they are. I always like these, you know, because obviously that's the standard Intel CPU, and these always looked the business because they were bigger, which is the i7, I think it is. i7 950. So I've got a lot more in the box of all different generations and whatnot, but I only use them for testing, and so on. They always come in just to see, but you end up with a collection. I got rid of crikey lots. The ones which come in useful now are the Ryzens, because there's so many Ryzen systems out there in the wild. So I do tend to keep a few Ryzens just so I can test them. But some are with the G suffix with graphics on board. Some are just standard Ryzens, but they're just useful because obviously you can skip a few generations with it as long as it's on AM4 platform. No Pentium 2s, can't even build a retro PC now. I did have, remember the original Pentiums, which looked like a stick of RAM sort of scenario when you had, the Celerons, and you used to put it on the carrier, which looked like a stick of RAM nowadays, that sort of thing. I did have one of them for years, and I don't know where it went. Yeah, 5th gen, not that bad. They are. I have contemplated making a keyring out of them as well, Mookie. That's a good shout. That'd be nice. A Raspberry Pi CPU in resin. Yeah. That'd be quite funky. So yeah, if anybody ever needs a old CPU for testing, let me know, because I've usually got something for that. Should we open this graphics card and see what this is then? Because I think we're all excited to see maybe what this is. what are we? Should we say? Let's just do. I know we've only got 17 people in, but let's try a bit of interaction. We're going to say start a poll, and we're going to type in here, and we're going to type. We're going to type that. Or add an option. This will really, I think that's how you spell them all. So we're gonna go with that. Ouch! I'm gonna start a poll. If I know how to start, how do I start a poll? How do I start a poll? Do I just press enter? Start a poll. There we go. Let's have a quick. Let's have a quick poll. See what this is before we open the box, just while I get stuff sorted. And the GPU. Oh yeah, AMD for keyboard. Yeah. Make a prickly one. You take all pins off, wouldn't you? I've replaced a few pins on CPUs before. That's always interesting. That's always interesting. So we think it's NVIDIA, and I honestly think it might be NVIDIA. I honestly don't know. He's not told me. I've not looked. It's still sealed. From when it came. Intel's not going to get any love at all. So it's a question of what's going to be the GPU inside this mystery bag. Is it going to be AMD? I think AMD might tempt if you're on a budget, because they do look not a great deal of budget difference, but they do seem to be more budget friendly. But I don't know, there's just something about sticking with what I know. So I always go with NVIDIA. And Intel, the latest ones on Intel supposedly aren't too bad. So yeah, anybody in chat, if you wanna stick a vote in there. I know when I was typing it, Milky, I'm thinking that just don't look right. Just don't look right. I'll let you into a thing. I'm partially dyspraxic, so when I was at school, I got an F in English. I cannot spell for toffee. Vocabulary wise, not too bad, but yeah, on the written word, no. So I get my 12-year-old daughter to sanity check it. That's why I use Siri for sending text messages and so on. I cannot spell for toffee. So we've got a mystery GPU. I think it's looking at NVIDIA. So we'll just leave that open for a couple more tickles, just see if anybody else wants to stick a vote in there, and we'll see what the mystery GPU is on there. I'm gonna edge on there as well. So we'll end the poll. We've got 60%, so 6 out of 10 is wanting to see an NVIDIA one. So let's see. Let's just see if we were right as a collective. Try and do it without damaging his box with my ever so blunt knife. Ooh, I've just seen. Ooh, I still don't know what it is. Oh no, I've just seen a giveaway, so I do know what it is now. But I will see if I'm just trying not to damage his box with the knife. We've got a little teaser there. I'm trying to do this to hold you all in suspense, but I think you've all just seen the flash of colour. Ah, there we go. Got a 5060. Not bad. Not bad. Got a nice 5060. GeForce RTX 5060. Only 8 gigabytes, but I don't think that's really going to hold him back, because I think with a 3rd gen Intel CPU, it's not going to be 4K gaming on there. So, so yeah. Twin fan in white, and yeah, there we go. See what features it's got. Not really, I'm not a particularly big graphics cardy person. Yeah, I don't know what all them mean really. Wait. I think that bottom one, that bottom one, as specified in HDMI 2B, up to 4K 480Hz or 8K 120Hz with DSC gaming, VRR or HDR. That must be the specifications of the actual port. This card is never going to do 120Hz unless it's just one dot on a screen flashing quick at 8K. What PSU? He's got a 650. A 650 is going to be more than adequate for this because these are actually good power draw at 50 series, aren't they? Yeah, I think honestly, I think the PSU is going to be fine. With it being a Corsair as well, it'll probably still deliver what it needs to deliver for that because they just have really good, don't they? They're probably pretty accurate. That's why I like it on there. So yeah, 5060, bit of an upgrade from his 3050. Obviously you got frame. Do you get frame generation with 60 series on these? I think you do, don't you? Frame generation. So it will give him some better characteristics in games, but I think all in all it's going to be more CPU bound now. Is that? So I'll pop that down there, and we will get the remainder of the case unpacked. And we'll get the new white case. On my knee. Oh, lovely. We'll get back to face cam and put that on desk cam. I'm on a 2070. Can't be jealous. Wow. Do you know what? I love that 20. I remember doing a 2060, which was first kind of, because I've never been a gamer, but it was first major card that I bought. And then you couldn't get them. So I ended up letting a customer have it. But I love my 2060. He needed, I think, 6 screens setting up. It was a stock trader. So we fitted 6 screens on brackets and whatnot on his wall, and he needed a GPU to run it. So we ended up using that and the onboard graphics to do it. Yeah, it's all marketing. That's never going to be an 8K or even a 4K card. It's just not. It's not got the video RAM. It's just not got the legs for it, has it? I mean, I don't even think it'll launch 8K. I don't think. I mean, my 5090 probably still won't do 8K effectively. So there's no real point in that. Get these peels off here so we don't forget to do them later, and they end up getting dirty and grimy. Yeah, I think it was downhill. I think it become more gimmicky and more gimmicky from the 20 series onwards or 30 series. They started trying to elaborate on what they were going to do for you. That's one for chat. That Squish Plum. I'm not a console gamer myself, so that's certainly one for chat. I'm sure somebody in chat can assist with maybe that. I don't really do gaming on consoles. You just need I know you need a beefy one because they really do take some oomph to get up and get out of bed. Are they about 12 amps, 13 amps, or something like that? They're a fair chunk of ampage. And why do companies insist on putting metal tie wraps in things? Oh, at least we've got a fan controller. Nice, isn't it? And again, with a load of little metal clips, just to because we all know that metal and electronics go together hand in hand. So put a load of bare metal
PCDD, you little shit.
So they can short out. Wonderful. And then no wonder we have issues. I think that's them all snipped off now. We have one more to snip just there. Leave them tied up like so, and we'll get the power supply fitted. Any fans? There are fans in the case. There are 2 along the top, 3 along the 4 along the front. So you got 4 120s there, 2 along the top, and then 1 at the back. So there's plenty of fans. There's probably going to be a load of turbulence in here. These are exiting, that's exiting, these are internal intake, but there's no filter. There's no filter on the front ones at all. So what's going to happen, nice smoke glass case, RGB on there. After 2 months, that glass on inside is just going to be covered in dust and it's going to look terrible. And whatnot. They should, there's no intake, it's just gaps down. So at least if they put some intake on, I know it restricts airflow, but strangely enough, they've got a filter on the exit. Please explain to me why you have a filter on an exit. Are you filtering air before it comes back out of the case? So you've got all the dust in the case and you want to trap it in the case and get rid of it on the way out. Well, wouldn't it be easy to put a filter on the way in? I think that would be so much easier. But who am I? Who am I to do that? But I would imagine airflow is, yeah, it's going to be an issue with maybe turbulence with the amount of fans I've got coming in. But we'll see. We'll wind it back a bit. MK, good morning. Yeah, good mid morning. I was just checking time because I know you're a little bit in front. Has to order Arctic fans off Amazon. I've got some thermal right fans sat up there. I've got some RGB, some white and some black fans sat up there. I quite like them because they're affordable and they work well. And the Noctua fans are so expensive. Whether they warrant the price, I don't know. Yeah. If filtering on PCs, the amount of people say my PC's overheating, I need some more fans in it. No, you don't. You need airflow. You need a nice flow pattern, not whatchamacallit, more fans. More fans does not equal better cooling. It equals more volume of air. You need to work out. I'm just going to pop outside again, guys, just to blow his Maddie move. Blow his whatchamacallit out. His PSU a little bit. Raining. And I've just realised I've got microphone on, so yeah, probably just deafened everyone. Sorry, Carl, thought we had headphones on there. All right, let's get this little beauty put in there. That one goes in that way. See if we can find some silver screws from him, actually. They're not plugged in very well. And he's not sent the remainder of his cables, so let's hope we've got enough cables. Because he's not sent them, but you can guarantee they've probably not got them. And if you tuned in to my other stream the other day, where the customer had it in at a local repair shop, and they fitted a extension on the CPU one, and it had melted. And that's one indication. I did one the couple of days before where the computer shop had fitted a non-branded extension for his GPU, and that wasn't wired correctly. So it blew his GPU first time and blew his board. So we ended up replacing the board, and then it still took some tracking down. Because you don't expect it, do you? From when it comes from another computer shop, you expect a level of competence, and clearly my expectations were higher than the ability. There you go. Is that another? I'm trying to find I don't really have a lot of silver screws. Most screws now are black, and I'm just looking for 4 matching power supply screws, just so we can make back look all silver or a bit white rather than, there you go, rather than multicoloured. So I'm just looking at Uncle Soren's box. Yeah, I did say to it, well, I said to him, I said, look, I says, if they've done this, they've fitted that, and I showed him cable, and I give him cable to take away. I said, they fitted their, because it were all black wiring like a lot of power supplies are, and I think I run through this on stream, and it should have had negatives all the way along the bottom, and then, do you know, on your GPU power one, the 2 extra pins, should be both negative, and one were positive. No idea why. So what it had done is basically put positive down his negative line and grounded it out. I'm not too sure why that would damage the motherboard, but whether it was that or them fitting it and being a bit rough, don't know. But upshot is he needed a new motherboard, which is just darn annoying. Just really, really annoying for the consumer when they take it to a computer shop and they get back something more damaged than what they took. Mended his graphic card. I think I did his graphics card on stream when we did it, and that was a can't remember what was up with that one, but I'm sure we did it on stream. I'll trade you silver for black. Got tons of silver. I have got bags and bags and bags of. The amount of screws that I've got is crazy. I've got bags and bags of black screws, but I tend to keep black ones because I like the look of them. They just match 90% of cases. But yeah, it's silver ones I'm a little short of. I've probably got, because I've got so many, I've probably got boxes of what silver ones elsewhere anyway. I love building old Xenon PCs for friends and family. I'll ask them in January if they could use a better PC or laptop and build the best one I can with existing parts. That's really nice. I've only ever built one Xenon based PC. I did a Threadripper PC a couple of years ago. They're fun because you have to torque the CPU down under a special bracket, and I'd not done one before. Fortunately, I got the tool with it for tensioning it down. But yeah, Xenon PCs, you can buy them so cheap as well, can't you, nowadays? And I did look at one a few years ago to think, should I get an old Xenon PC as my workstation down here? And I opted against it in the end, because I just thought, it's 5 years old, it's had some life. I don't want something which is not going to be reliable as a daily driver. So yeah, I opted against it in the end. Yeah, Xenon PCs, wow. I remember in the day I was like, oh, I want a Xenon. When I built one of my other PCs, I contemplated buying Threadripper until I looked at price, and then I thought, nah, I'm not doing that. Not doing that at all. That one there, and they need coming out, so that one there, so they can come out. I take these out just for aesthetics. I honestly don't get Apple stuff, Mookie. I know we've had that conversation many times on stream. I'm not an Apple fan, as people will gather, but yeah, I know Windows gets a bad rep in part for what it deserves, but yeah, I'm just trying to, because they've put these wrong screws in here. Obviously, it unscrewed the standoffs from the old board at the same time. So that now should be good to go in. Where's my mouse? Need a bigger desk. Put that on there. Do double out. There we go. See if we can see from this angle a little bit better. DX66. What's one of them, Aussie? Not familiar with that. Is that a? Obviously it's some type of chip and whatnot. Do you mean the old pre-Intel stuff? It's a 486. Oh right, DX66 486. There we go. That's what I was thinking it was. Pre-Pentium. Sorry. No, unfortunately, Phil, you missed it at Carthoe today. But it's funny you should mention that, because there was something for 633rd place, and you come 634, so you missed it by one yet again. Sorry, Phil. It's the old PC architecture. Old PC architecture. Let's I'm getting all I'm getting all head of myself here. I'm going to refit his cooler first before we go any further on this. Right, I'm just going to dog bed. Go on, you went away. Not big enough when I've got desktop PCs near for you to come and lie down. So I'm just going to fit his cooler before we fit in this there, because it's such a small case. I don't really want to start fitting stuff in here when it won't fit. So let's get him some thermal compound out. You know what we'll use? We'll use a bit of Noctia thermal compound. Not that this chip will need anything substantial or hot, but at least it'll be done. So I'm going to put it on here actually, mainly because we know it's in the right place then. That one will go on that direction. We will just screw it down with the new thermal compound on. So one leg, two legs, three legs. I bet you can't guess what's coming next. Yeah, last leg. How many people said 4 legs? When you look back on what the old architecture on PCs were, and we thought, oh cracky, I've got to go from a 386 to a 486 or a Pentium or a Celeron, or then generational to Pentium 2. I mean, Pentium 2 was quite a big shift, weren't it, from Pentium? But now we just take it for granted that your CPU is going to run at multiple cores at 3 to 5 gigs, which is pretty standard nowadays. There's a video online as Tech Tips. They've just reviewed the new Threadripper. 96 cores. I didn't watch all that video, but 96 cores running at 4.8 gigahertz per core in unison. And it's like, wow. I mean, CPU's $12,000, so it's not exactly in the reach of most people or even businesses really. You've got to need something specific for that, but 96 cores, good grief, you know, it's wow. We have a CPU fitted, so we'll get now the RAM fitted. Now it's in here. We'll give that a quick wipe down with my Kim Tech White and a bit of IPA. Hot cows is showing out. No, it's not turned. Are you referring to me, James? Still not shown up. It's, I don't know whether AliExpress are lying to me. It's now, it says it's awaiting a plane to come across. Awaiting. I need a new IPA bottle. If anybody can recommend me an IPA bottle, please do so. If anybody's got a link, please Discord me link or email me link, or just tell me where I can get one from. They're just appalling, my IPA bottle. Yeah, the AliExpress one, if anyone's wondering, I've bought myself in the Black Friday sale, a 60 volt 30 amp supply. Chill and Relax has bought the same one after I was telling him about it, and it's been sat in customs clearing now for a few days, and he said it was going on a plane on the 11th. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. It's not even been put on a plane yet, according to this morning's, and they're still saying it'll be here tomorrow, which is brilliant, isn't it? So not arrived yet. I've got a funny feeling, James, my laptop adapter thing for the power supply will be here before that. Oh wait, well, I missed some bits here. Can't see without my glasses, sorry chap. First board I built, a serious PC with, after playing 286 and 386 scrap PCs, my dad upgraded and gave me his 486 DX66 board and CPU. Wow. Quick one, I have an old PC that I thought was fantastic, but some of the USBs have gone. Would it be a simple fix for the future? If it depends whether it's socket or chipbot's gone, doesn't it? I would imagine, or something like that. Didn't get me a new power supply. Hot cow showing his age, we all know. First PC I worked on was 802, 286, 8286. Wow, that is a bit old. That predates probably what I worked on. which I think was a 386 or a 486. In modern PC terms, I mean, I built a ZX81, which when I was a lot younger, and did some programming on a ZX80, and took to pieces a couple of BBC micros and whatnot. All right, Mookie, see you later. Have a good day. Thanks for joining. I've heard as they fly over the house, they're gonna shove it out of the back door, just like Santa. That's all delivery people do. And certainly with this, they'll probably just drop it on a parachute. We'll just get it in drive, won't we, from AliExpress? Yeah, I need a decent one. The one I've got is it's a plastic one, and I think I've seen James and Zach with the glass one, which I really like the look of. I just need to desperately get one ordered. It works. It's just not very good. And pipe keeps splitting. It's got a little pipe on, and pumps not good, and it's not very old. I've probably only about 3 months. It's just a bit crap. Just not really good at all. The link I sent you is the one oh, thank you, James. Thank you. I will check either Discord or WhatsApp or however you have sent it. Thank you very much, sir. I will get that ordered. If you send me it from your affiliate link, I'll order it through that, James. To obviously keep it in the family as such. Yeah, I think it's a glass one, what James and Zach's got. If you've seen JFix's or NanoFix's stream, that's the one I've seen on there. I just need something a bit better than that, something with a bit of weight, because I keep knocking that one over as well. To do that, I was going to say something about another comment what somebody put on here, and I can't think what it was now. No, completely gone. Never mind. Right, we've got his cooler, new compound, clean CPU, and a RAM installed on this ever so such a small board. Yeah, it reminds me of one I built the other year in a small form factor case, because I had to put small form factor everything in it, power supply, but he wanted a 38 in it. Wow, when I say there were no space in this case, because it were probably quarter of the size of this standard ATX case I've got here. And he provided all parts. He did his research, I must say. The guy had researched it to the nth degree, to what would fit, what wouldn't fit, and everything. So it were no hassle in the fact that it fitted, but yeah, it was just not easy. So we've got the IO shield, which is obviously made out of razor blades, because we always seem to cut fingers on this. I did bleed for stream yesterday as I stabbed myself with my probes, but I think we've probably all done that, haven't we? This case has got the wrong size cutout. It's miles wrong. Let's see if we can get the top in. Left to right is really, pushed it through. It's really not the right. There we go. Not the right dimensions. At least it's gone top to bottom. Let's get this in. I need to stand up for this bit, because I will bang my head if not. That's facing that way. Get a CPU plugged in. I'm not going to pull that back and get that tucked back through just for neatness. Through the hole. So I think if he's going for a white case, he wants it looking as pretty as we can get it. I don't know how pretty we will get it, because it all depends on where the case will allow us to hide stuff, but we will try our very best for him. Right, I've got no more connectors down that side, so I can just simply put the board in. I'll just check in just to see why don't they put that? It's just lazy, isn't it? They've got all these, instead of shoving them down proper holes, they've so you've obviously got holes here. They've shoved it under case just for... Oh, it annoys me. It annoys me when they're just lazy. So we'll get that unplugged, and we'll get that one unplugged, and we'll just stick that one through. Over. So instead of... I really can't see on the camera too much. Let me see if I can move it back a bit so I can show you my frustration. Bear in mind this is a pre-built case. Morning, Dreams. Nando's, I know. I called him Nando's last night on stream. Yeah, only the elite gets mentioned on James's streams. I'm fortunate I've been mentioned 2 or 3 times. But I try and mention people around. He's got a small one. Yeah, small. The perfect motherboard for a 50 series GPU. Oh yes. Oh yes. Just to keep everything. So what these have done, these have obviously decided we'll put these wires down there, but they've taken them through this part of the board rather than where they should go, which is down the little hole at the back, so it hides all the cabling neatly under the fans rather than under the motherboard. You would have thought they'd have gone, oh, that's what them holes are for, but no. So they've done one of them, but not all of them. So we're just going to neaten those up. So that would have been, if they'd have just put them through that hole to start with, that would have been so much better, rather than us having to do it. But I suppose this is why, when you bring it to somebody like us, we do the job. I was going to say properly, but we'll leave it as we do the job. Can't do anything with that back one. It's just not going to tuck it up under there. Again, you're looking at the top of my head. I really do apologise for looking at the top of my head. Not the prettiest view. We have some empty slots at the back, and they're not lined up very well. So we'll get the motherboard bits and bobs in. That's probably one way of explaining it. It's like putting a baby in a whale's belly. I would agree. Yeah. He's definitely so. It's very, very tiny. It looks a bit lost in there. In truth be told, it's Dreams. Yeah, we mentioned this earlier. It's got a 3rd gen Intel CPU in there, and we're putting a 50 series card in it as an upgrade and a new case. Customer brought everything and just asked me to do the job. It's not what I've supplied, I will stress. It's not like I've recommended these parts or anything. They bought it as an upgrade. But yeah, I would suspect that is the case. That is what it is. So hopefully we'll get some of these correctly threaded screws in here, and this will then hold it down. Fortunately, with being an ITEX board, we've only got a few screws, not like a big board, which is obviously a darn sight more. So we'll try and make it look as nice as we can. I'm sure with RGB and everything else, it will be really nice. So when he turns it on for the first time and he gets it all kicked up and running, he'll go, wow, that looks amazing. So that's the reaction what we're aiming for on there. We'll make best of what we can for him and make it look nice. Got these sneaked down, just give them a little bit of tension, not too much obviously. Again, the amount I see where they've screwed them down so much, and it strips the brass ferrule screws. But again, look at these, how they've just put these through. Why haven't they took them through one of earlier holes, just to make them look, and then just wiring here. It's just a bit sloppy, So we will rewire that as well, because if we're going to do a job, we do it right, don't we? We don't do it by half measures. We'll flip back over to that cam, since we've got something up on the desk on here. We'll stick them through that hole. Brilliant, they've connected that up already. Thank you very much for that, Mr. System Integrator Builder, Case Builder, whatever you are. Yeah, in fairness, I received an email just saying, can you fit a graphics card into a computer for me? I went, yeah, not a problem. How much would it be? So I told them how much it would be for me to take the old card out, fit the new card in, and obviously install the drivers, making sure it works, test it and things like that afterwards. They were supplying the graphics card, and then emailed me a couple of days later, oh, I might have a case as well. I said, not a problem. just let me know. And then just came yesterday with all the bits and bobs. So yeah, that's I'm going to run these differently. Just decided. I was just thinking how I'm going to run these because there's RGB and there's I'm just looking at the RGB hub because that's just going to get in my way for 2 minutes. And rewire these just to make them look a little bit neater because I've got them coming out of all different holes. But look here. They've got some coming out up here, some coming out of this hole here. They just need tidying up a bit, don't they? From a aesthetic point of view, what I might do is run them all back on inside and see if I can bring them out, maybe through this hole here, just to make them look uniform. And because that one, they've got this one coming down there and then back up and round. There is a big question mark and a big why. I've got to be honest, I'm not a lover of building PCs. I don't think I could do it day in, day out like some people. Don't mind doing it, it's just not. See what that looks like from that point of view. Yeah, that's not gonna. I could do with coming out of that hole there, but I don't think I'll get all my wiring through. There's a gap right at the bottom. I just don't think I'm gonna. Sometimes it's just trial and error, isn't it? Just seeing what looks right, what don't look right, and just making it look as pleasing as you can with what you've got. And hopefully, I think that's probably going to be the best option out of that one there. Yeah, sloppy equals cheap. It is. It's quite thick metal. I mean, it's not premium, but it's quite thick for a basic case. But they're all built for a budget, aren't they? And yeah, a lot of these RGB cases are it's the case 3D printed. I hope he bought a USB adding card. He probably there's no slots on the board for it, so that would make no difference at all. No difference at all. That motherboard's actually got USB 3 on it for the front panel, but it's right in centre of board. It's not even somewhere accessible to make it look half decent. Poached eggy time. Have you tried them Sky Eggs worms where you whisk the whites up and you put the whites in the pan and bake it off, and then you put the yolk in the centre? So you take it out and it's like it's about yay big, but you've got all whisked whites around the edge and the yolk in the centre. Just something different. They're quite nice. But yeah, can't beat a bit of poached egg. Bit of protein on a morning. Bit of protein. Cloud eggs, that's it. Cloud eggs. Oh! Have we got anybody apart from Rusty Russ? Anybody in from Australia? I need to ask a question. Have we got any Australians in? Any Aussies in? Am I allowed to call them Aussies? I don't know. I'm gonna have to you're gonna have to just look at the back of the thing for this gents one. So I need to put some cable ties on. I'm just gonna try and make this look as pretty as I can, just to hold it in. Yes, Aussie. There we go. Don't give anybody clues, and please don't look to what this is. Aussie should know. That's why I was asking before, and then Aussie can tell us. What is fairy bread? Fairy bread. Let's have a description of what fairy bread is. Don't Google it. Just a bit of fun. Aussie will be going, oh, I know what that is. Fairy bread. Yeah, knows what it is. Yeah, you will do if you live in Australia. Fairy bread. When I heard it, somebody said, would you like to try me fairy bread? I looked at her twice. I'm like, yeah, but can we do it later? Or just buy me a drink first? But apparently it's a thing, and it's an Australian thing. And yeah, just wondered if anybody else knew what fairy bread was. And it is a real thing. It is a real thing. Don't have any Aussie. I have Tabasco Danone. That goes with eggs. Morning, grass. Puddles. Good morning. I think that probably the best place I can put that. I've got no white cable ties left, so we're going to have to put a black one through. I have got some, but they are huge. Yeah, I've used only white one, so I have to just put a black one through. Vegemite is poison. I quite like Vegemite. Well, Marmite I quite like. I don't think I've ever tried Vegemite, or I might have tried it when I've been on holiday, but yeah, I don't think I've particularly tried it per se. Heard of lion's bread? Yep, not lion's bread. Fairy bread. Fairy bread. What is fairy bread? Go on then, Ozzy. Would you like to do the honours and tell us what fairy bread is? I had a lady say, "Would you like to try me fairy bread?" at the weekend, when I was out shopping, and I would imagine it was termed like that because us Poms don't. Is it a Pom when you're English? We didn't know what it was. Hundreds and thousands on buttered bread. That's all it is. Have a look on Google. They serve it at children's parties in Australia, and it's called fairy bread, and it's a bit of an Australian thing. And they get white bread, spread it with margarine or butter, and then sprinkle or put on hundreds and thousands. And if you don't know what hundreds and thousands are, what rock have you lived under? They're them little sugary hard things, and you can buy a jar and there's hundreds and thousands in there. Yeah. Marmite, yeah. Something about Marmite I love. I ain't got any in at the moment because I'm trying to cut down on carbs. So I'm trying to wean myself off bread, toast. I'm a bit of a toast fiend at the moment, and carbs ain't good. So I personally not getting in, but I use it in quite a lot of stuff, sauces and whatnot as well. So yeah, fairy. Have you tried with ice cream cake? Is that like an Arctic roll, an ice cream cake, or do you mean the proper ice cream cake where they put a blob of ice cream, they put cake mix on the outside and then bake it? Or with meringue, you can do it with meringue as well, can't you? Are we really talking baking tips? Come on, you comfort computers, you go away with the culinary degree. What's it called when it's got ice cream in centre and then that? Can't remember. Can you remember, Captain? Can you remember? This board is so small. I'm going to shove these in this hole and they're just going to look absolutely lost. And they're going to be black cables sticking out. Baked Alaska, that's the one. Baked Alaska. Full of salt, though. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a byproduct of Vegemite was the original, and then Marmite kind of took it by storm. He improved recipe, and it became more popular. So Vegemite just stays in Australia, but it's a byproduct of the brewing process. It's done with brewers from hops and whatnot. I know some interesting. Well, I'd love to say I know some interesting stuff, but I know some stuff. I don't know if it's interesting. So unfortunately, gents, the only way I'm going to be able to wire this to make it look anywhere near functional and decent is by going straight up through here and trying to cable tie the best I can. And it's going to look absolutely amazing. Because we all know, if you say it looks amazing, people will go, wow, that looks brilliant. 50/60, yeah. 50/60, brand new. I'm fitting it for him. He's supplied all the parts. He just rang me and said, "Can you fit me a new graphics card?" I didn't have a clue what graphics card it was until we opened the box live on stream a few minutes ago. But it's a 3450 i5, I think it was. So it's a 3rd gen. Is that because at PCIe slot? Might just run slow, do we think? We will give it a shot. Never even crossed my mind that might struggle dreams on that one. If not, I might even have a motherboard I can sling in for him. So we will I'll get this wired up, put power in, then we'll put card in just to see if that is the case. And if it is the case, we will have to put a call into the customer. I'm going to put them on first, because if I don't put them on first, I'll never get them on. Presume this is standard wiring, this board. That one on there. Hard drive light goes on the back. Power switch, and that will be, I reckon the reset switch will go to the, not the reset there, the reset switch will really be LED switch, so we'll put that there because it's got a controller in, so we'll put the power switch there. I won't bother putting anything else on. We will just connect the power supply before I do any more wiring and whatnot, and we will just see if that, yeah, 13-year-old CPU. I think if it does work, it will not really give him great performance, but yeah, that's what we do. We fit things, don't we? So let's get this card opened. And it will be a massive bottleneck. Yeah, I know that. And again, like everything, your computer only runs as quick as slowest thing, doesn't it? So if that is the case, that is the case, but that's a conversation to have afterwards. It needed coming in new case anyway. And we'll see where it goes. So we'll get this new card opened. We'll do an unboxing. Wahaha! Look at this for an unboxing. 5-minute hollandaise recipe. Ooh, 5-minute hollandaise recipe in Discord. Put that on the floor. Still sealed as well. There's just something about opening new equipment. Lovely. File that down on the floor. Get rid of the thingy bag. Yeah, so we've got quite a pretty looking card, in fairness. I've seen worse looking cards. Yeah, I think Worm should do a stream. I've caught some of his old things. Was it a cup or an eagle or something from middle of the year? So yeah, I think he needs to do a cooking stream. He's enticing us in with all this flavour and whatnot. So I think he does need to do it. So that one goes on there, and we're taking second and third out. Screwdriver. Where did I put my screwdriver? And the breakaway ones as well, so we want to make sure we get the correct. It's bigger than another one. It is. It's going to look so disproportionate to that. Oh wow! How does this come off here? That's an interesting one. Is that? Have they put that on first? What? How the hell does that? Wow, that's a bit tighter than I was expecting. I think they've put that on, then painted it. It just seems a bit. That's better. A bit strange to get out, that one. I can't even. I need. Oh wow, that was a killer to get out, considering it's what it was. Right, so number 2 and number 3. So number 2 is here. Make sure we don't knock anything off the board. Number 3 is there. We'll take them out. Let's get these nice white 50. What did I say? Well, 5070, 5060 plugged into the board with the broken PCI clamp. Get a screw in just to hold it steady, and we will see if it posts. Just put that there. let's get some power to the board. We've got it to CPU. We will just plug, and then we'll just see if it posts a little bit. Oh, 1 second, guys. PC repairs, how can I help? Hello? Hello, how are you? Good. I'm busy this morning. I'm just on a video call at the moment. But this afternoon between 12:30 and 1:30 should be good if you need to pop round. All right, we'll see you between 12:30 and 1:30. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, sorry, gents. Right, so let's get some power. Can you imagine putting a 5090 in here? Mine's a triple fan one, and it's 2.5 slots wide. It's huge, huge. Yeah, just massive. Just massive. So let's get that one through that hole there for the power. That's the ATX power, and let's just get a GPU one. Where's me? There it is. The GPU one is. I wish people wouldn't. Oh, they've not done. I was just going to say I wish people wouldn't do with that, but he hasn't done it. Or whoever's fitted the graphics card, the power supply hasn't done it. So we'll stick that one up there just for 2 ticks, just so we can get this wired and tested. Get that in the hole. So this is going to be interesting whether this will then post or not with the new card in. Yeah, we might struggle with the PCI lanes and the speeds. So let's get some power into it. Plug a power cable in there and flick that down, turn that on. Let's get an HDMI lead so we can see if anything comes up on screen. And I'm cheating, I'm plugging it into the motherboard to start with. So if we go to good at all, bottom right hand corner will be microscope, and then I can flick microscope over to, so we're gonna have another Powell. Oh, not that one. That one there. Start a poll. Will it work? There you go. Spelt that one right, Mookie. Oh, Mookie's gone, hasn't he? Yeah, I need my dictionary. There we go. So we've got a 3rd gen i5 and a 5060 GPU. Will it work? No. We've got 19 people in here. Come on, give me something. Will it work or not? So 75%. So 3 out of 4 currently. Will it work? So we've got a i5 3450. We've got a ITX motherboard, expertly built by myself. Will stress to anybody listening, I have not sourced the parts. They have all been provided by the customer without any questions from me, because it never contacted me prior. It was just a case of, we bought these, can you build it? Or can you do it? Yeah. So this is just to test it. So we will test. So what we should do, if I press that button there, bottom right hand corner will go black, as it has done, and that will be the post screen. So we've had 7 votes. Oh, it's tight. It's tight. It's nearly 50-50 on voting. So 21 people in here. Will this actually work? We're putting a 5060 GeForce 5060 on an i5 3450 CPU, a 3rd gen Intel CPU. And as pointed out by chat, we're not even sure it will turn on and work. Yeah, Ferraris, it makes it look better. Well, isn't that what RGB is? You have a load of RGB because it makes your games play better. 9 votes. It's still edging for no. Come on, we need a little bit more here. Let's have a bit of confidence. Come on, it's going to work. 21 viewers. Will it actually post? Will it work? Will it work? We'll just give the poll a few more seconds to finish off, about another 10-15 seconds. Just see if anybody wants to pop in and just put yes or no to will this post, will this not post, and just see what it is. Hopefully, for customers' sake, it will post. What gen is the PCI? I'm not sure. Not sure. It's an old board. It's 10, 15 years old or so, this CPU and board. So, yeah. I'll just get my mouse onto the correct screen and we'll do end poll. Everyone's in. Will it work? Won't it work? 50-60 on an i5. Right, we're going to end the poll there. So, currently, 60% of chat doesn't think it's gonna work. So bottom right hand corner, which will be down here, you've got a black screen at the moment. So let's power it on. We have power into it and it's not blown up so far. So what we're doing, we're keeping an eye on down here just to see if it'll. Right, we've got a power light on the computer. We have a power light on the computer, but obviously no power to the machine. Wonderful. Let's turn that off. So we've got blue power light. You can see it just glowing down here near the watch counter, and nothing at all. So what we're going to do is disconnect that. Hopefully the computer will now not. I might need to take it out fully. We'll take that card out fully and see. I mean, in fairness, I didn't test the PC prior. I just presumed that the PC worked. It could be an issue with the PC anyway, because obviously, with it being so old, they don't always come in working. And then, well, it worked when we had it, sort of scenario. So the little clip on here is broke. So we will put that there, and we will just have another look. Okay, so we'll post it again. Power supply on. That is a dodo. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. It's not alive. Yeah, I took GPU out now. No GPU in. We've got power straight to motherboard. CPU there.
PCDD, you little shit.
Just stick. I'll just use my portable meter. Yep. Oh dear me. We'll just stick the portable meter in, just see if we've got any power. Oh, my ding-a-ling's ringing. 1 second, gentlemen. PC repairs, how can I help? Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Just try and log in, whatever provider it is, whether that's Hotmail, Gmail, or whoever, and it'll obviously tell you you've put the wrong password in, and then just below there should be something what says forgot password, and then just follow those instructions and it'll let you reset it. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that yeah. But if yeah, it's taking you on a wrong way in fairness, because if you forgot your password, it's no point looking there. The only thing you could do is going down that reset password link, and that's the only thing you can do. So you just got to follow instructions. They probably text a code to your mobile phone, or if you've got a recovery email or something like that, to do it that way. But that's the yeah. I mean, I'd only get the same options as you. There's nothing I can do either.
Yeah,
and
got a
there's
little
no other web pages I can go to apart from resetting the password link. So yeah, there's nothing really me or anybody could do. It's just only going through exactly the same process as what you're going through, unfortunately. Back to yeah. I mean, I would just kind of retrace your steps and just give it another go. But yeah, there's nothing else anybody else can do because you're just caught in that circle with it anyway. So I mean, other thing is leave it a couple of days and give it another shot, because sometimes it won't let you in today. Email's so fickle that it might let you in tomorrow or day after. Mm-hmm. Mm. Right. Yeah. 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 But yeah, that's the only thing you can do though with the forgot password thing. See what it is. But good luck with it. All right. See you later. Bye bye. Sorry, chap. I'm just going to test power supply because no power, no power, no power. I just want to make sure. I know it came up with a blue light. I just want to make sure it is.
PCDD, little shit.
That was the happiest day of my life.
Thank you, Ralph. Very grand.
I can see them all play. I think I'll put you on mute. There we go. There we go. Juiced. I ain't got one for you yet, Juiced. I need to do one. It says something like never late, always arrives, juiced in time. Yeah, that's the one for Juiced. That's what happens when you eat Jonah and the whale. That's what it is. That's what it is. And we've got Falcon just saying hello to Worms, with his traditional repartee of that. So let's just plug this in here and just see. God, that's tight. Flick that on. Oh, that's interesting. Can you see what I can see? PSU. That's PSU on. No, it's not working. Now that's really interesting. Why PSU is not working. Let's just test to see if we have voltage in the AC on the other end of the lead. Just make sure nothing has come adrift with that. So one in there and one in there should have 240 UK volts. Yeah, 225 volts, which is about right because they're actually reducing the voltage in UK. If anyone's aware of this, to 225, I think it is. They're proposing to reduce it down. So we've got nothing else plugged in apart from our power supply tester. So we'll plug that back in there, turn it on. Dead. Yeah, I get that all the time, Falcon. I brought my computer into you last year and I can't remember my password. And the other one is I've never used it since getting it back and it's gone wrong. I did work on it 18 months ago. Yeah, never used it. It's been packed away in a drawer. And you get it and you run Crystal Disk Info on it and it's done like 4 million hours. You said you've not used it. Well, I've only used it a couple of times. Right, so you broke it. It's broke again. It's not to do with me. Yeah, I've got several ways of getting around Windows passwords on 10 and 11 on there. Yeah, some of the classic. Never used it. But on here, are we agreeing that this should be beep 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 beep? This should be beeping at me because that's looking like a PSU, which is what we were saying about using Corsair power supplies. That they are amazing. I am just going to, actually, do you know, before I do that, I'm just going to check that it's just not come loose in the back, because they were a bit loose, weren't they? Oh, they were a little bit loose at the back. And it's a modular system. It always reminds me of All Creatures Great and Small, where they inserted their arm into a cow when I do stuff like this. Yeah, that's that. So we definitely have that connected there. They're not going anywhere, but that looks like maybe a PSU issue now. So we'll just plug this in once more just to double check. Now we'll just grab a PSU. Yeah, I've done it. The same tools, I can send you a link to tools if you need them, but the same tools I use for 10 work on 11. You can actually remove the password from 11. I've got one at tools which shows me password as well, which is useful if a customer didn't want it changed, because obviously if it's a live account and you remove the password, it takes all the facility for the live away, where if you can view the password, but it don't always work on live accounts, if it's a local account it does, you can view the password, so you can do it that way anyway. Never trust a customer if they say it's working yet. It's working fine. Working fine. Why did you bring it to me then? It was just working fine. Yeah. Or it's a quick job. That's the other one, isn't it? I don't know what LOP HD crack is. Not done that one. Mine's on a USB stick. I just boot into it, reset it. It's part of my diagnostic tool one, what I use. Oh, started when parked. Always test before starting. I know. And it was because I normally do. It was because I was on stream this morning. It was because I was on stream. So anyway, I mean, ultimately, if it's not working, it's not working. It did light up. Blue light came on a little bit, and it stopped working. So let me get my test supply, which is packed away really neatly in my ever so tidy office. Yeah, I normally do test before. It's just with me on stream this morning, it eluded me, did that little bit. Oh, that's not turned on yet. I wouldn't say that we're interested. Yeah, we have live. Off. You'll see it light go off. There you go. So this power supply is working, and I knew it was because I use it all the time. So we'll plug that one into there. And we'll get our PC one down here. We'll plug this in and see what it says. It's my, must be Discord that, pinging away in the background. We'll see if we can get this one down here and just see if we've got some life on the old motherboard. Trying to see where all is. It's that tight with motherboard being so small. Get my torch out. Oh, just can't see. There we go. Just turn that off. Right, so flick that on. Bridge my connectors out because I've unplugged my on and off button. So we'll just bridge the power button out. Right, we've got power supply spin, but we've got no CPU spin. Let's put a diagnostic battery on that, diagnostic speaker. See if we're getting any beep. Get the power button rigged back up. Power button onto there, and speaker red to that side goes on there. So we've now got a speaker. We will not plug that in there, turn that back on. So we've got HDMI in bottom right hand corner. When I zip over to the correct screen, bottom right hand corner, it should be HDMI. One PC up, it will start. Yeah, even the heating on all the time. I've ordered moisture bags anyway. What motherboard is it? I haven't got a clue. It's a i5 3450 CPU, so it's an old one. I think it's a H61C B75 version 2.3. So ZX Zulu X-Way Hotel 61 Charlie / Bravo 75. This is what it's saying. We 1 2 3 4 5. We have a beep code. I suspect 5 will be GPU related. So let me grab my test GPU from my box up here. Where's my... Oh, it's in the other box. Got so many test GPUs for all different ages. We will test it with that. Flick that off. Have we got a... Plug our driver light on so I can see at least. Plug that into there. Plug the HDMI into that one. And let's flick it back on. Power supply spinning. But no life. Not even any beep from the speaker. Oh, there we go. That's about 12 beeps. So it's posting. There's a hardware issue. Strangely enough, I'm not getting any lights on the even though I've got the even though I've got the power LED plugged in. Not getting any light or illumination. Okay. Let's reset that. Plug that in. Definitely down there. That's in. Flick power supply on. Right, we've now got blue light down here. We have a post. Can we all see post? There you go. It's got a lot of beep codes. That's probably timed wrong or something like that. So this is on my test card. Yeah, it's DDR3. It will be on that age. Definitely DDR3. Is it a 20 BIOS build date 2021? So it's relatively newish. Certainly seen them a lot older than that. BIOS, but that's the computer now posting. That's plugged into discrete GPU as well, not a customer supplied GPU. And Fanny's not spinning. You are right. Fanny's not spinning. That could be why it's beeping. The fan is plugged in. So let's turn it off. Yeah, it's definitely plugged in, is that fan. There you go, spinning now. Right, 5 beeps. 5 beeps it's given me. We have spinning CPU fan. Just need to unplug it and plug in back in. Yeah, it's 4-pin. It was plugged in. It just took it out and put it back in and it's worked. Might be something wrong with connections. So we've got 5 beeps, but it is posting to the BIOS. So what I'm going to do, now we've just got a bit of life, I am going to try the customer card in it, because if I've got to have a conversation with you will not be able to hear this, but it sounds like I've got a load of mice in it. It's whining, 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 it says. It's whining. 5 beep should be CPU issue, do we think? I've not actually had the CPU out. I left it in socket. I just wiped the thermal paste off and literally just did that. So I have got other CPUs if it is a CPU issue. It could have had a CPU issue before because customer didn't have a speaker in, and with it posting, so it could have always had some type of CPU issue. But let's give this one, because this is the thing what we've opened to see whether it will post with this 5060. I'm not holding my breath for this. So we've got that back in there. We will stick a HDMI cable in that hole when I get the link in it. The plastic plug's tight. Right, so we've got HDMI in there. We'll get a little tip. Any of you guys, you probably know this anyway, but do you know when you've got a test power supply, I tend to cut off the little latch off there so that you can just pull them in and out. It's certainly if you're testing. I've just done that on my my test power supply, so I can just get stuff in and out rather than having to worry. So we've got my supply, new graphics card, old board, pressing the button. We have fan spin, we have GPU fan spin, we have a post signal there. That. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my golly gosh. Who said it wouldn't post? Who? Barney McGrew. Who said it wouldn't post? I know, not in Windows. We have picture. Look at that. What do you think? What do you think? We have picture. Right, let's see if I can grab a keyboard. Yes, dog saying it's walk time, Dad. It's walk time. And I'm like, yes, I know, but not yet. Let me just grab a keyboard off the floor. We have picture. It's always nice when you have picture. Okay. See what... that's not plugged in up front, so no point plugging it in there. Oh, it just beeped when I did that. Right, we've got picture and we can do this. So, it won't work. You're actually right there, Dreams. That's why we're saying I don't think we're going to get what we need. Every day's a school day. Every day's a school day. Yeah, it's going to be one of the worst performing 5060s out there. But what it will do, they might upgrade motherboard and CPU in time and months to come. I was just looking to see if there was anything that I could see for you think this is a hacked? Well, I mean, it's e-waste, isn't it? So they might have done something to the BIOS to get it all working. At least I've got the this is just on board 2 megabytes. This is just on board stuff, isn't it? Graphics Performance Analyzer. That's just all on board stuff, isn't it? Here we go. It's 8X. What do you reckon I should set that to? Morning, Chill. Morning, Chill. What's the thought? Shall I leave that on? Shall I leave this on auto, do you reckon? Or shall I put Gen 1, 2 or 3? Oh, I have a car pulled up outside, so this might be somebody else coming. Is this the one where it's a 12:30 till 1 and it's 11:30? Don't know. Go Gen 3. Do you reckon Gen 3? Let's put Gen 3 on. No idea what that is, so I'm going to leave that blank unless anybody can enlighten me what ASPM is. I would imagine it's some type of power management, is it? Oh, I know this is. Gents, just leave me 2 ticks. I just need to do this collection. 1 tick. Hello.
Hello.
Coming out of the rain. I will just grab it for you. You'll have to excuse me. I'm just live streaming at the moment, so I'm live on YouTube.
Oh,
No, it's all right.
Did you see my thing about the invoice?
Yes, I did. I'll get that sorted. Give me a couple of days.
Oh, no,
One day
that's
next
fine,
week,
yeah.
and I'll get that emailed over for you. So, Maddie, move out of the way. But yeah,
Thank you.
all others we discussed. Windows 11, just put all your dates and everything on. But give us a tinkle if not. But if you want your daughter just doing, just let me know as well. And I will try and get it turned around as quick.
Well, I've managed to get her laptop sorted so that she can use that.
Oh, right.
All right,
No worries at all.
thank you.
All right, Leslie, enjoy the rain. See you later, love. Bye-bye. Sorry, gents. That's just another one. Right, so... do we know what PEG ASPM is? Sorry, I just need to catch up. Go Gen 3, go Gen 3. I'd start with auto. Everything works fine. Yeah, I'm actually... Do you know what? I might do that because... Oops. I concur. Boot a USB version of Windows, keep all auto, active state power. Is that what it is? Active state power management. So we're not gonna do that. Bit disappointed this power supply has given up the ghost. I'm gonna boot customers version of Windows mainly because I don't know where my USB version of Windows is. So we will. But now we can see that is the case. 8X will be enough for a 5060. The bottleneck, like you've said, is going to be we've got XMP profiles. Gosh, this wouldn't have XMP on this age of thing. You wouldn't have XMP on that. I'm not going to turn them on, but you didn't have it on this thing. Not as far as I'm aware. I mean, please educate me, guys, if it's there. Let me just save in save. Let's save that. Right, I'm going to grab the customer's hard drive, which is that one there. It is. It's totally wrong BIOS. They've managed to get the BIOS working on the system, which you've got to say, hey, well done. So let me get. I don't want to actually put customers on here because I can't boot into it. Oh, I ain't got a version of Windows. I ain't got a version of Windows on a hard drive. Oh. I have got versions of Windows, but they are. I use the only ones I generally test on is with the NVMe nowadays. And I think I'm going to use this one. This is that one. This is out of an old PC of mine, one of my old business machines. So I'm gonna just plug this into that slot down there, give it a bit of power, and just see if we can get into some type of test environment. This should be a fully working version of Windows when it boots up. Okay, that one there. Right, so this hopefully will boot into Windows when I've done the BIOS. Plug my mouse in because I will be needing that. Beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Right, let's have a look. See if we've got. Is it recognising the? Why can't I see my no, let me disable that. Must be a locked BIOS. I have a drive plugged in now. Why aren't you recognising my drive, you blinking thing? Yeah, dead PSU doesn't make sense. I would agree with that. The power light came on, the GPU, unless the power supply was on its last leg, but it's a good quality power supply. It's a Corsair power supply, James. It's the CX650F. It's an older one, but it's a decent quality. They've been using it. They've been using it, Zola. I don't know if you're a beginner, but all I've done, I've not built this from scratch. This has been transplanted out of the customer's case. So it's had a new case and new GPU, this 5060. So yeah, just a little bit bizarre. So yeah, power supply. There's not a voltage selector on it. It'll be auto selecting, won't it? With that. I'm going to put customers driving because we know that should work as well. But yeah, a bit strange why PSU would fail. I turned it on and it posted. Well, it didn't post. It beeped and then went. So, right, this is Customers Drive. It should recognise this because we've not reset the BIOS or anything. There you go, booted into Windows. We have Windows. So what I'm going to have to do, gents, because I don't know, just to protect the customer's privacy, I can't, obviously can't show this bit. So I'm going to have to just do it on here. Just, did I just see that go through to what I thought? This ain't got Windows on it. What? We have a mechanical hard drive with it as well. A mechanical hard drive is dated for, it's a WD, they've not got a date code on it. Oh, they have, but you just can't. Oh, 13. Don't get outward keyboard dropping off my knee. The date on the hard drive is, can you see it? 2013 up here. So it's 12 years old as well. Yeah, I would agree. But that's common, in it, Falcon. Yeah, it is definitely. That's what I'm just thinking. That's why I'm just looking at the mechanical drive. So I'm just going to. Just going to cancel that. And then I can shut that down. We'll plug mechanical drive in and we'll see if it boots to Windows. But I think if that's the case, they may have bought a SSD thinking we'll go to SSD because it'll be a lot better. And obviously it's not always the case. If it smells cheesy, it's expired. I do not want to get my nose. Oh, yeah, we've all got those computers when we work in this industry where you just think, yeah, I don't really want to touch that, and you turn it on and it's just not nice. Just not nice. But yeah, not all computers are created equally. So I'm just going to try mechanical drive, which was also there. So I'm going to post to that as well. So see if this recognises. If this recognises a Windows OS, I don't have a USB dongle in it. No, so I think this is. I'm just going to flick to that, just so. Oh, I can't see. I can't see either. I can't see. We'll go on there. So I think his Windows install is on the mechanical drive, and I think they've probably bought a SSD from eBay or somewhere like that, or from somebody who said this has got Windows on it. They've put it in thinking it'll speed the computer up, and it's not. So that's just got an installation image on the SSD for that. But the good news is at least we have FanSpin on that. So we can't really do anything now until this boots and posts. It did say there was a password on it, so I'm hoping it just comes to a password login screen. Worst case scenario, we'll just get a name popping up. But yeah, this is a 12-year-old hard disk. I might ring them and see if he wants that one taken out, reinstallation on the SSD, and you can set it up like a new PC. And then I don't really want to put Windows 11 on, but I think they'll opt for Windows 11. Obviously, we'll have to spread a bit of fairy dust on it and a little bit of magic, just to see if we can get Windows 11 up and running on this one. I'm more interested to see whether that GPU fully works. And then I need to have a conversation with about the power supply. Right. I think it's loaded NVIDIA drivers because we've come from a 30 to a 50, and if he's got latest drivers, it will support them both. On there. That's obviously the customer's version of Windows. I'm just gonna ring him and see. Let's see what he says, because he has emailed me this morning, and we'll see how he wants to handle this on here. We do have that. I'm not going to leave it on that screen because it's a boring screen to look at. You can look at my delectable face on here. Oh God, I pressed wrong one. It's that one there. Oh, my phone. Oh, no, it's AliExpress. Is that? Does this mean my delivery's due? No. Oh, that laptop detection, cable detection tool is landed in the UK. I ordered it 3 days ago. That's in the UK. My power supply, which I ordered 2 weeks ago, still isn't even in the UK. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, I have got several OSs in fairness on a USB memory stick. I just don't have a I don't have a Windows to go or anything like that. But what I will do is take a picture of what you've suggested, Hector, and I will look at that because chat suggested that. What is it called? Snappy Dragon Installer. What an amazing piece of software that is! What an amazing piece of software that is. Yeah, I've got the debloated version of Windows 11 as well. I will suggest to him that he stays on Windows 10 because I just think it functions better and everything else, and they shouldn't be anywhere near as much. So let me just ring him and see if I can get a conversation with him. I will put you on pause just as he answers, just so I can have a quick chat. It's Martin. Good. Is it convenient for a quick chat? Now, so I've got a temporary power supply in, so that's something I'm going to have a look at anyway for you. But more interestingly, you've got two hard drives, or he's got two hard drives in here. He's got a mechanical drive, which is dated for 2013, which looks like it's got his install of Windows on it. But you've also got an SSD in here as well, which has got an image of... No, because it's not actually been installed with Windows, that one. It's still in installation mode. So what I was going to suggest is I can install Windows to the SSD, but obviously with the mechanical drive being very, very old, do you want me to leave that one in or not? Because with it being old, it might... Well, I can't say it's about to die. All I can say is it's 12, 13 years of age. It's had a life, like us all. When it gets old, we get a bit slower and everything else, and we're prone to falling over. So it might cause instability issues and things like that. So if you're okay, I'll install Windows to the SSD, what's in there, and get it up and running. It just means when he gets it back, he's not going to have his software or his data on there. So he'll get the disk back, the old mechanical disk. If he wants it off there, he can simply plug it in and just drag his data over, but he'll have to do that afterwards. I mean, what I can also do if he runs out of space, because he's only got a 480 gigabyte SSD, I can fit a 2 terabyte disk in it, but yeah, I'm just thinking with power supply gone, if it is a power supply issue as well, you're gonna have to look. We're gonna have to fit a power supply in it, and they can be pretty expensive as well. So let's let me get Windows up and running. Let me check everything's working, because obviously with the board and the CPU being very old, and the card being latest gen, I just want to make sure it's fully compatible and working for you before we go any further. But if you're okay with that, I'll get on with installing Windows on SSD and we'll take it from there. No worries. Speak to you soon. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye. Oh, my God. Did I really call him mate? I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. So, we heard what was going off there. And we will disconnect that. And we will put that to one side. And we will install, we'll put his hard drive back in. And we will install from the image what came with it, whatever version of Windows it is, which will be Windows 10 from looking at it. So the good thing is we can now do this all on camera. We'll get that. It's still beeping, still beeping. I'll get that on there. Ooh, dear me, we'll get that on there. We'll get the nice boring Windows install screen up. I'm going to try and do it. Can I just make that bigger? Yeah, we're going to do it like this. Just make it a bit, because we all know what it looks like. So there's no point having it on full screen, is there? Andy's back. Are you streaming today, Andy? Are you streaming this morning? Or this afternoon? I'm literally going to install Windows on here, get the drivers up and running, give it a quick benchmark to see how well it's performing, and then probably call it a day on here. Are you reballing a CPU? Ooh, oh, okay. Well, I've got somebody coming, so they're due between 12:30 and 1 anyway. So hopefully I'll get. Trying to do that. I'm trying to do all this on such a tiny little screen. I'm going to have to just make that full screen so I can see what it says, because there we go. Struggling to read it. We're not going to be able to do that. So that's just got an installation of Windows on. They've not actually put it as... They've not... And I bet you any money I can't boot from a USB drive. Can't boot from a USB drive. Wonderful. I'll get those because I guarantee I'll need a legacy one. It is not empty. I know, but trouble is that's where installation of Windows is as well. So that's where the ISO image is. Absolutely. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Let's see if we can boot from my blue one, which is... I don't think it'll let me boot from here, but we'll give it a shot. So we'll just reset this into the... BIOS. So we'll post that back up. And we'll see if we can get back onto here. We'll sling that to the top, which is probably, is it plus on here? Just override. And we'll bang Windows 10 on here. So this is a thingy bob install anyway, auto install. I'll put him 10 on. I really don't think I'm going to mess with Windows 11 on this age of hardware. Yeah, I think with the speed of the mechanical, it'll just be that. I'll just wipe it and I'll just install it from this USB. These SanDisk Pro, Extreme Pro SSDs, memory cards, if anybody's after them, they are phenomenal, phenomenal. Really good write tolerance. This is a 1 terabyte. I've got a couple of 1 terabytes. They are lightning quick as well. I mean, obviously, the slow thing on here is going to be the PC, but top one, delete. Small screen. Yeah, they usually lightning quick to do it. Ventoy is amazing. I've got all sorts on here. The SanDisk Extreme Pro, they're not cheap. They're about 160, 170 quid, unless you buy them on offer. But on a modern system with a decent NVMe on a new build, I can normally get Windows installed with my auto config bat running in probably around 6 minutes, something like that. It just bangs out data on, and then obviously the computer does the rest at work once it's copied the stuff across. So yeah, this is pretty boring stuff looking at this. So I'll put it back on Facecam because there's no point in looking at that whilst we're doing that. Let's get it on there. So at least you've got all 3 pictures. We've got that one there. I think the limitation on here is going to be that. But yeah, I'll stream, guys, up to my customer coming then. If there's anybody sat in chat who's not considered hitting the like or subscribe button, it is always appreciated if you just bang that like button, if you don't mind. And anybody who's not subscribed, please consider doing that as well. So much appreciated on there. Yeah, this is a very old i5-3450 CPU on a very old motherboard, with a 5060 what the customers brought in to have installed, and a case transplant as well. So we've got the new case, and now it turns out it looks like their PSU may have died. So that'll be something. You weren't subbed? Oh my gosh. Let me just have a look. Have I just gone up to Dreams? Thank you. You've just took me up to 268 subscribers. Thank you so much. Every single one of you is appreciated. Thank you, Dreams. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know. Can't believe it. You're missing quality entertainment here. Well, I don't know if it's quality entertainment, but it's some people wouldn't call it that. Yeah, so let me press enter on there. It didn't seem shocked when I said PSU had blown on the phone. So yeah, don't know if it maybe suspected or something like that as well. I haven't got a white PSU in stock because I don't stock white ones. I've only got black ones in. So if you want to stick with a white one, I'll have to order one. If it wants a black one, I should be able to get it in today. I think I've got a Corsair 750 modular one in, which I should be able to put in for him. If not, I can order one. They normally arrive within a couple of days, but it is courier Christmas, and it all depends on who's doing it. Hey, I don't know. Good afternoon, Nick. I hope you're well. Enjoy your dinner break. Hope the day's going well as well. We hope you're going well. I'm always here. It's always nice when people say hello or have a contribution in chat. It's difficult for a streamer sometimes. I know. I must say, guys, I've got what I feel is an amazing community. I get amazing viewing figures, averaging mid to high 20s now on streams with 268 subscribers. But my view count on streams is close to 300. So it's all down to you guys and doing that. So yeah. I don't know if anybody runs these unattended scripts for Windows. I would imagine probably some of you guys who install Windows often will. I just find it a godsend. A bit of a pain opening ISO and inserting it originally, but once it's done, you can just forget about it. I tend to only do it once a year, so I'll miss one at H builds, either either original or H2 build. I generally do it early doors when next build comes out, and then forget about H2 build unless I need to, and just let that do it through Windows Update. And with that snappy driving install, what you've recommended as well, that's just been so good for me. Doing that, been really good. Yes, all the time. Yeah, and you couple that with Ventoy as well, where you can just select it. I won't say it makes the job a lot easier, but it's rare. I mean, I've got four memory sticks, all more or less identical. One just set up for legacy, and others just configured slightly different on how they boot. So if one doesn't work, others will. So that's kind of the way I do it. I normally boot into one at Recovery OS's on there, one at Linux OS's, copy customer data from Windows, because it lets you go straight through Windows security settings, onto USB, back it up, reboot into the same USB, go into Windows, do that, and then just copy data across once it's done, and let Snappy Dragon run. And it just makes it a little bit easier to do on there. So yeah. Bottleneck now, limitations. I am just more concerned. Does that look like it's moving? Because I've got it on small screen. I am worried that might not be moving across. And is it part? Let's put mouse there so we can see. Because that don't look like it's moved in a few minutes, which means it's probably installing things like graphics drivers and whatnot. And could this be the one where it falls down? I don't know. So me appointments this afternoon, to give you an idea what I'm doing this afternoon, guys. I've got a lady coming who's got a Mac, and she's got an external CD player on the Mac, and she wants the audio files off a disk. It's a business disk that she uses. She's a language teacher, copying into the hard drive. She's got about 20 odd discs, but the problem is the discs are both used on eBay, but the discs are 10, 15 years old, even though they're still cellophaned and new. So it's moving across. So I think they've started to deteriorate. So we're struggling to read some of them. So she's popping down for me to do that. And then I've got another customer coming who got hacked he got scammed a few weeks ago. And they put remote access software on his machine and whatnot. So we've given that a full clean and so on. I did offer him the 2-hour training or 2-hour guidance for his security, online security, but he's didn't want that doing, yeah, he's rung me to say he's got some other issues, so he's coming down as well. So that's the only reason I'm not streaming later this afternoon, gents, is because I'll have two customers in my office, so just for data protection and customer GDPR and all that. Which we're all always aware of. I'll have to do that, obviously, off stream, off camera. So that's what it is. Chris Titus Tech has a Brill tool on GitHub. Again, one of the many debloating Windows 7. Yeah, I've got that one, the Chris Titus stuff. I've seen that one. It can't call its friends just yet. Just yet, Ozzy. I've not got a network plugged into it. But it will be calling its friends soon saying, please, please, come and save me. He's trying to install Windows without all the blow. Why? Quick, get not Tim Cook, who's the guy who does Microsoft, don't know who it is. But yeah, they'll all be ringing home and going, I need spyware, I need bloatware. Come and do it. But at least it's installed. Oh, look at that! I knocked the mouse and it started working. So that's always interesting. Do you imagine how? I mean, that mechanical drive, which has obviously seen better days from 2013, what we've taken out. Imagine how slow the computer must have been with data probably works as well at CPU. Coming through. In fairness, I did one last Christmas or Christmas before, and I'd been talking to the lady for 3 or 4 months, and she kept popping around now and again and saying, can I just drop this off with you? And she kept dropping money off with me, because she said, if I keep it, I'll spend it, and not a problem. I know we're all in different circumstances with it, so not a problem at all. Anyway, I think she got to about £300 or so, wanted me to build them a PC at used parts. Knew exactly what it was, but that's all she could afford. So I ended up doing for them. I put them an i7 10th gen 10600, I think it was, i7 10600. Can't remember motherboard. 16 gig of RAM. a 1 terabyte SSD and a 2 terabyte mechanical drive and a 3070 Ti and a 650 watt power supply. I had an not old, it was like new, but a used PC case, glass case. I put RGB fans at the front, RGB fans at the back, and RGB fan at the back, exhaust, and then I put some more RGB lights in, and it cost me a damn sight more than what she paid me, tell you that now. But it was all from used parts that I'd got lying around and so on, or repaired, or I bought and so on. But she were absolutely over the moon, absolutely over the moon. And I think sometimes it's the reaction which is worth the reward rather than sometimes the financial one. Absolutely over the moon. And after Christmas, she brought her son to, because I think she realised what I'd done. I never told her what I'd done, but I think she realised what I'd done, which was obviously build her substantially better. And she brought the son, and he was just absolutely over the moon that he'd got this PC. And only thing he were over the moon with, he'd got RGB fans in it, because that's what he wanted. That's what he got, and he probably got, you know, one of the better systems sat out there on Steam. Whatchamacallit, but yeah, absolutely over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. I can't speed this bit up, guys. I know it's a bit laborious and a bit boring, this bit, but I cannot speed this bit up. As we all know, we just sit and wait for Windows. I'm just debating what to have for dinner. I do fancy eggs, even though I've got no eggs. I've used all my eggs this week, so I think Worms wanted it, doing poached eggs. I do fancy a little bit of poached eggs. A little bit of poached eggs. So, don't know, might have something. But we will see. So, click on there and wait for that. Shouldn't be too much longer. The bottleneck is, it is. It's just the bottleneck all the way along. I didn't check how much RAM it's got. I would imagine it's probably got, if they're DDR3 pieces, I think it's probably 8 gigabytes of RAM. It'll be quad core at best, I would have thought. That'd be a quad core CPU. That's 3500 i5 quad core, that, won't it? Oh, we have picture. So let's go back on to, just 1 second, gents, phone ringing. PC repairs. Nicholas, can I just stop you? I'm definitely not the right person to deal with that one, because I don't deal with software in that respect at all. So, yeah. Yeah, you don't install anything other than 64-bit's been out 15 years now. Yeah. One thing I will suggest is, as long as you're connected to the internet, just open Microsoft Store, which is in your start menu, and in the search box there, just type Outlook, and that'll let you download the latest version of Outlook, and that'll put a mail client on the system just in case it's not present or it's an outdated one. But it should have updated with it all. But yeah, just install Outlook. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely 64-bit on it. Yeah, you don't install anything good. But yeah, I would go to Microsoft Store and just put Outlook in and just download latest version just to be double sure. No worries at all. No, don't worry. No worries. See you later. Bye bye. So just as we can see. So you were saying, what about device manager? Also sub now. Keep forgetting to sub. Oh. Edinburgh laptop repairs. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. That means, do you know what? I'm chasing. I know we're all chasing numbers, but I'm chasing 300 before Christmas, and I'm on 269. So I think, I mean, I've gained 30 with those two, 38 subscribers this week. So yeah, thank you very much, Edinburgh. Right, sorry guys. This is again, it's just a laborious task. This with Windows being Windows. Can I? Just can't speed it up. Even with Snappy Dragon installer, it's not coming up any quicker at all. And as you can see, it's flicking on and off, and that's because it's doing. Ah, there you go. We should, after this, we should be able to. Let me bang. Again, I can't see screen, so I'm going to have to move closer to the screen because it's ever so tiny with refresh rate. We'll use OCCT, I think, when we get on. I went into the wrong one there. Diag, and we want... bang it on his desktop. Just so I can unplug my memory stick when we're done. I can't even, oh, that PCI things it's installing now. NVIDIA ones at the bottom, which are audio drivers. Why are audio drivers so big? They must contain so much bloat. So much bloat. So what we will do on this, gentlemen, or ladies, gents, whoever's listening, fish and hamsters, we will... give it a reboot, obviously, so Windows can update any of these settings which are in the system. Get it reboot, and I'm not going to connect it to the internet because I don't want Windows Update kicking in. And then we'll do a quick benchmark test just to see what we're getting back on them benchmarks. Let me just open that one as well. And I think on here, I'm trying to do this on a little screen again. I can't quite see it when it's there, because my face is over it. I should have Furmark on it, even though I can't see it. Oh, go away. Minimise that and put my glasses on so I can see. I can see Furmark on there. Might be in that one there. Furmark, F for Furmark. FileZilla, Furmark. Copy that and we'll ban that on his desktop as well. So at least we can try the GPU on there. Off. There we go. So we've got a couple of benchmarking tools on there. It's so big because I've got a lot to say. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong. It's really difficult, you know. I don't like leaving pauses. I don't like leaving pauses. And I know I watch some streams and they do pause for, I won't say a considerable amount of time, but they do pause for a certain length of time between comments because they're concentrating, and I know that because I struggle to talk when I'm concentrating. I'm a typical old man, and I can't do two things at once. Well, I can do two things at once. I usually fart when I cough and whatnot, but apart from that, that's about the only thing I can multitask on. And you try and hide it by coughing a bit louder and blame it dog. Oh, we've got that, so we can do a reboot now. That one there, that one there. I'm going to shut it down because I want to pull my memory stick out. Yeah, so I don't like leaving pauses, so I do try and keep the audio going. So, right, memory card, USB out. We'll pull the, this should boot once reasonably quickly or slowly, whichever way we want to look at it. SSDs don't half make a difference, even to old machines like this. It just boots up so quick. Right, let's try Thermark first, because that's going to be GPU. Again, I've got this on a little screen, probably similar size to you guys. I'm kind of doing this from memory rather than looking. Let's do a 1080. Yeah. So we're doing a 1080 benchmark. Get rid of me. Tell you what, I think this is bottlenecked on CPU now, but we've got an average of 203 with a high of 205. I think I saw it peak to. Temps are good, but I mean that's the card, and that's the 1080 benchmark. He's not going to be pushing this into anything other than 1080 with this CPU. I think that's yeah, it's doing okay, Ozzy. I would concur with that. I think all in all, that's probably not a bad little thing to do. We'll see. Minimum 200, average 203, max 205. If we put it on 1440, yeah, my monitor won't support that. It's only a 1080 monitor. I didn't think it would. Let's do a 720. At least we can see it writing a bit easier on this one. This is in 720. Yeah. So the thing, what's going to be holding that up is going to be CPU. We'll do a OCCT in a second, and we'll see CPU's probably pinned to where it is. But we'd expect it to be pinned anyway, won't we? On Thermark benchmarking, 200 FPS. Yeah, it's not as good as if it was on a more modern CPU, but I think that is fine. 8X, it's not holding it back. This is going to be more than enough at games he's going to want to be playing. More than enough. And then we'll just run OCCT, which is another good benchmarking tool for getting this up. Fairy donuts. That's a bit like fairy bread, isn't it? So I am happy that Thermark is running. Let's just launch OCCT and see what that says. Bring old Task Manager up. Quad core. 16 gigabytes of RAM and a 5060. Yeah. So all in all, not too bad. NVIDIA control panel. Come on, come on, come on. Taking its time to load. It'll be reading all system configurations to see what it can do and what it can't do. And we'll say yes to that. Wonderful tool, this. And we will give it a power benchmark. Actually, no, I'm going to put it onto CPU benchmark to start with. God, we know CPU is fine, actually. Right, so we'll stress test the 3D and the CPU. So this will pull quite a bit of current, just see if board can handle it. Because that's the other thing as well, power delivery for the board might start holding it back if we push it too far. But that custom BIOS they put on might do that. That's looking rather good. 44 degrees. We sat at 62% or 60, 70%. It'll gradually go up. We're at 100% for all intents and purposes on GPU. I've got it on extreme or heavy. 44. Yeah, it don't look too bad. That it's frozen. It's frozen. Mouse is software's frozen, but mouse hasn't. It'll be trying to load its instruction sets, won't it? Because the time is. Oh, mouse is now frozen. Mouse is now frozen. That's not looking good. Yeah, millions of errors. Shh, shh, shh. Yeah, it's now. Oh, it's still responsive, just really, really slow. Yeah, it's certainly not liking the stress testing with that. So, I think the proof in the pudding is going to be it's working on firmware. I will give it some more GPU testing. It just obviously doesn't like GPU and CPU at the same time, but that could be some drivers I ain't installed or something like that. So I think all in all, do we reckon that's working? Let's see if I can put that mouse down somewhere. What's his view? Do we think that's okay? Do we think that's working? Open Google Chrome. Open 10 tabs on Google Chrome. That'll certainly stress test it. So I'll put it through some more. You can see how slow it is to respond. Actually, I've let go of mouse and put mouse down. I think that's just because the. Woohoo! I've got some of my AliExpress stuff out for delivery. Woohoo! Yeah, I think the system might have got a little bit frozen with that, but that's because I put it to extreme on CPU on there. I think we call this working for the time being. I need to explore the power supply issue and then have another conversation with the customer. But yeah, I would say that's working. So result on that one. Result. So guys, I'm gonna shoot anyway because I just need to shut this down. Let me just stop that. I can still see it in there. I don't know whether Andy's going live, but please consider hitting like and subscribe for myself if you're not already. It's always nice to do that, certainly for small things. I'm chasing the big 300 subs for Christmas, so a couple of weeks away. We've got the thing coming on the 21st. If you're not aware of this, I'm just going to play the advert for this, guys.
Here is a date to put in your calendar, the 21st of December, 5:30 UK time. 5 amazing YouTube repair channels will be uniting together for charity. All donations will go to an incredible charity, the Rocking R, who provide gaming carts to sick children in hospital. We have lots of fun things planned to get you in the Christmas spirit, and there will be some giveaways as well. PCDD will be our host for the evening, reading your comments in chat, keeping an eye on what we're doing and giving you some more information about the great charity. Andy from Swindon Electronic Repairs will be in hot seat number 1, working on our Christmas project and answering any of your projector repair questions. Russ from Russie Russ Repairs will be in hot seat number 2, flexing his guns and celebrating his birthday. MK Fix will be in hot seat number 3, giving his controllers a tug and making sure the stream is not family friendly. And finally myself, JFix, will be in the last seat, trying to avoid awkward questions. We hope to see everybody there, and a Merry Christmas.
So guys, if anybody's not aware of that, that's 21st, and we're doing that for charity. All your favourite subscribers and whatnot. I'll just give this a quick reboot, and it's booted back up, no problem at all. So I think it just froze within that software. So yeah, that's me done for today. I think Andy might be going live. He's reborn on CPU. If you don't know who it is, it's Swindon Electrical Repairs, but I think everybody does. Everybody knows Andy, and by all means, give him a watch. And like all the other creators in here, thank you very much. Oh, he's not going live. I would stay live a bit longer, gents. It's just I've got the people coming, so I can't stay live. But I'll be doing some more live streams next week. Next week will be maybe a couple of evening streams as well. I've got a AliExpress thing to build. I've also got hopefully quite a few AliExpress items arriving, so we might do some live unboxing on there because we all like the tools and gadgets to do that. Plus, you never know what's walking through the door. I've got a really nice full system to build all new parts, which is sat through there. I still need to build that. I've got, if I just turn the camera, I've got this one I'm halfway through from yesterday. We've got a laptop just over here as well, which has been dropped in this morning, which has got no power. And we've got that one up, you can't quite see it, but sat up there, which is no power as well. So there's a couple of no power ones there. Yeah, it's just a few bits and bobs come floating through, and you never know what's coming from day to day. But gents, I'll share what I can. Thank you very much for letting me into your lives again this morning for, what is it, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Thank you very much if you've been here from the beginning. Thank you very much if you've only just joined us. Please have a good weekend, have a safe weekend, enjoy everything that you do, and do what you enjoy, and just take it steady. And I'm sure we'll catch up one day next week on one of my live streams, or maybe in somebody's chat. I was floating about as well. So take it steady, guys. Thanks again, and we'll see you all soon. Thanks. Bye bye.